What's up, YouTube? I am back with another book review. This time, as promised, I'm reviewing The Alchemist by Michael Scott, and it is the first book of the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel series. So far, 4 books have been released, and it is scheduled to be a 6-book series. So, anyway, I did release a review yesterday, but YouTube cut 5 minutes off of it, and so I had to delete it, and I haven't really gotten around to doing another review until just now. So anyway, sorry for that. Overall though, this is a very good book. I was pleasantly surprised. It's about 2 twins named Sophie and Josh Newman, who work in a coffee shop and bookstore across the street from each other. And it turns out their bosses are named Nick and Perry Fleming. They turn out to be Nicholas Flamel and his wife Perenelle. And they're 700 plus years old, born in 1418, so they're 600 plus years old, my bad. But it's pretty cool. It's a good concept for a book. At first I was a bit skeptical, but I did pick up the book because the author's Michael Scott. He's my favorite character from The Office, and Nicholas Flamel is mentioned in Harry Potter, although it's not the same one, I don't think. Anyway, basic outline for the plot, no spoilers. Nicholas guards this thing called the Codex, and basically what it is, it was written by a guy named Abraham. Don't think the one from the Bible. He's one of what's called the Elder Race, and they were basically gods, and they kind of ruled the earth. Anyway, he created the Codex, taught humans, or humani, whatever, as they're called. I'll put up an annotation. But anyway, he taught them how to make fire and how to forge iron, which is, if you're one of the original elders, or one of the original people of the Elder Race, that's their weakness. It's like kryptonite for the Elder Race. So the Elder Race kind of takes a backseat. They have descendants, but they don't really do as much or anything. So humans have overrun the world, or are ruling the world now for themselves. Anyway, bad guy, Professor D. He goes, first 20 pages of the book or so, steals the Codex, but Josh, one of the twins, tackles him, takes the Codex back, and rips a couple pages out before D takes the last of the Codex. And those last 2 pages are they're required to do what's called the final summoning, and no one really knows what that is yet in this part of the book, but it's important. And D cannot accomplish his goal without the final summoning. So, and then the rest of the book is just about how the twins travel, and with Nick, Perry. Oh, by the way, Perry gets captured. This isn't a spoiler. It happens in the first 30 pages. Perry gets captured by D. She's brought in, so she's a prisoner. So this book is just it's about Nick and the twins, and trying to unleash their potential. The twins are mentioned in a prophecy. It's something about, I can't remember. It's been 4 days since I finished the book, but it's the 2 that are one and the 2 that are one and the one that is all, or something. But basically the prophecy says that one twin will save the world, the other twin will try to destroy it, and it'll be the twins that decide the Earth's fate. So pretty cool, a bit vague. Overall though, it was very good. I was very pleased with it. I definitely recommend it. There was a super freaking epic battle that happened about in the middle third of the book. Maybe slight spoiler. I'll put something up. No, it's not a spoiler. Sorry. I'm not going to spoil anything. But you know, the Elder Race, the original Elders live in these things called Shadow Realms, which, since they really can't live on the Earth anymore because they've been driven away by humans, they created little portals. You know, it might be a shrub, or, you know, just something that you wouldn't that a normal person wouldn't want to go into. Maybe it's a swamp, I don't know. Those really aren't any examples from the book. But it's just a place where you wouldn't want, if you look at something, you wouldn't want to continue down it. And it's basically an illusion. And it goes into a shadow realm. And it's just where someone from the elder race lives. It's their domain that they create and everything. Um, so there's a super freaking epic battle where the twins and Nick are, and a few companions along the way, or a companion that they have. Her name's Scat Hatch or Scatty. She's like this epic warrior who's a descendant of one of the elder race, but she doesn't have that weakness to iron because she's not one of the originals. Anyway, back on track. So they're in the Shadow Realm, and they're attacked by D and two other beings that I don't want to spoil. It's not a huge spoiler, but I'll just let you read it anyway. But anyway, this epic battle ensues. Bunch of people or things dying. Something really cool happens with one of the twins. Something really crappy happens with one of the twins. It's awesome. And then there's the conclusion of the battle is really cool as well. I did feel that the final battle for this book was a bit lacking when you compare it to the super freaking epic awesomeness that was the battle. Wow, my voice just cracked. The battle in the Shadow Realm. It was cool for a battle. Just overall, in general, it was probably about an 8. It didn't. There wasn't quite the sense of I don't know what's going to happen here. I mean, there's always the hopeless odds, and somehow they come through. That's how it ends, because that's how they all end, especially in a first book of a series. But it wasn't quite. It didn't blow my mind quite as much. Overall, the characters were very good. They were strong. Nicholas is. He has this. He's an alchemist, which he's basically a scientist that knows a little magic, but not really. He's just kind of like a knowledge. He just knows a bunch of stuff. Perenelle is this amazing sorceress, and she can talk to dead people and ghosts and stuff. She's really cool. Nick and Josh. Wow, sorry. Josh and Sophie are they're still trying to kind of awaken their powers. But they do some things that are pretty cool. And Scatty, or Scat Hatch, is, she's one of the daughters of an elder race person. She's really cool. She's like this super freaking awesome warrior. She's got 2 swords, and she's basically unstoppable for the most part. She's really cool. She's funny, and she has kind of a secret, kind of a dark secret, that might really surprise you, but when there could be problems with it, she kind of turns it into a solution. And so that's really cool how she does that. Plus, it's this stereotypical concern about what she is. She just counters with this really simple statement that's really pretty funny. I don't want to spoil anything, so sorry that's super vague. But anyway, The Alchemist by Michael Scott. Overall, I give it about an 8.5 out of 10. As far as books that are first books for a series, I would say this is probably top 5. The only books that I can think of right now that are better that opened a series were The Sorcerer's Stone, because Harry Potter is just awesome, and The Hunger Games. Other than that, I mean, for young adult fiction, I really can't. This is top 3. I mean, this is good stuff, and I've read a ton of books. Not as many as maybe some of you, but because I just really started reading a bunch last year. But in half a year, I've read about 30 books or more. So I read a lot, and I read a lot of these kinds of books, and that's how good this book is. So if you do not have this book, I command you, go get it right now, whenever you have the chance. Whenever you have $9, go get this book, because it will not let you down. It is that good. So I command you, go out and buy it. Real quick, running out of time, I'm about to start the Magician today, and then I'll do Leviathan tomorrow, and that will be my rotation. So it's about to cut off. So see you later, Internet. Bye. Yay!